Okay, so hopefully this is self-explanatory. This is about funding DNS. So we are Nominet and we're the UK registry. We recognise that we do an awful lot of work in the technology space. We obviously use open source DNS software. We are a not-for-profit, and we think it's important to put something back into the DNS community, to use some of that surplus to fund open source DNS projects. And I'm going to take you through today what this is all about and how you apply for DNS funding. So essentially, I think this graphic almost epitomizes perhaps what some people feel in the room, that they're at the bottom of a very big dependency chain and almost like the unsung heroes of the sort of digital world. But, certainly we can do something to help these struggling small projects at the bottom of this stack. So how did we come about with this idea? Well, we thought, let's do some market research. We think there are open source projects that are struggling. Let's go and ask our membership. Let's go and ask our peers. And we commissioned a study by Demos. And surprise, surprise, Demos said we need to do more in open source. But we asked these two questions. What should Nominet focus its investment in order to support the technology ecosystem in general, in particular the internet infrastructure? And then what should the funding model look like? And how would Nominet use this? So firstly, it's said that what we need to do is maintain existing projects. It's about existing internet infrastructure. And then secondly, it's about open source. So overwhelmingly, people said that open source is what we need to focus on. And I think this quote sums it up. It says, invest profits into open source software development and research with a focus on human rights. Seriously, nothing else matters. I really like that. And if you look at the internet ecosystem, if you look at the DNS ecosystem, you can see there's lots of organizations, there's lots of funding organizations, but zooming in a bit, overwhelmingly, these are for-profit companies. They're not for profits. They tend to be the bigger organizations that are providing funding. And that obviously brings a sort of bias into the open source world. And we think we can do something different here. And one of our sort of founding, one of our panelists are going to be helping us with the fund, came up with this quote. They said, when all of the people who are being paid to maintain OSS are doing it at the behest of a profit, the motivations are going to be inherently for-profit motivations. So the majority of funding stems from corporates. It tends to be single source funding, so just one funder for one project, and funding is not available for individuals. So our goal is to fund and improve security, long-term sustainability for the resilience of DNS. The focus is critical infrastructure. The funding is 370,000, so that's $500,000. And the dates are from the 17th of September to the 26th of October for applications. You can apply at the link below. And there's a set of criteria, so it's for public benefit. The core need is to, again, support the resilient operation of DNS. You've got to prove the capability is already being used successfully and at scale. And you've got to make sure that the team has the right skills and experience to be able to support the project. And it's got to represent good value for money. And this is our panel of experts who are going to be helping us assess the DNS project. So some names on this list, hopefully you recognize. And that's it. Any questions?
Not so much a question, but a comment. I've heard that before. No, I just want to say thank you for doing this. As working for a non-profit making open source software, sort of maintaining our existing code base and infrastructure and our existing projects is sort of doable, but barely. But doing something new and reinventing yourself to keep your operations alive and cater towards the future, that is immensely, immensely hard. And initiatives like these help with that enormously. And I think that's absolutely fantastic. And I just want to say that out loud. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Nick. I have a question. When we were reviewing the conditions in our team, we are wondering, there's a condition that the documentation has to be under a Creative Commons-like license.
Yeah.
Is the GPL a Creative Commons-like license, in your opinion? Because the CC by SA is basically in the same spread as GPL.
I think that we don't really want to cast our net too narrowly when it comes to projects. So we're prepared to sort of look at everything that's available. So, I mean, all types of license. I think panelists would be able to evaluate what's appropriate and what's not appropriate.
Thank you.
Is there a deadline that people should be aware of?
Yeah, it was on the slide. It's like end of October, but 26th. Yeah.
Okay. This is me running around doing other things and not looking at the slides. So are there any more questions? Okay, thank you very much to Oliver to come and tell us about this.